Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. This is a video that I have actually tried to record 3 different times, but they keep coming out with updates. And now with updates, I'm talking about The Last of Us Season 2. We keep getting casting updates. So this is hopefully the last time I'm going to try to record this to include all these recent updates and casting that we're getting for very pivotal characters actually. So here we go, let's jump into some photos that have been released by the official Last of Us Facebook and other social media accounts and kind of dive into what it means for these characters and how these actors are going to portray these characters, what they're going to bring to it, and just general thoughts about Season 2 as a whole. This first one I want to jump into is kind of a little update regarding Bella Ramsey. It's a picture of her wearing boxing gloves and just kind of seems workout outfit. And so I can only assume because Season 2 is going to kind of cover the first little bit of the second game, and now we all know the second game is about 5 years after the events of the first one. So Ellie's a little bit older, she's a little bit more stocky, and just has a little bit more tone to her. So I can assume that's kind of the goal here, is to kind of age Bella up a little bit with a little bit more muscle and tone on her in general, because as we all know, Bella's kind of a small person, and so she's really going to have to bulk up just a little bit, just add some muscle tone to her, because with the picture that they've included, just with Ellie in the second game, she's a little bit more, she's got the build. She's living in this post-apocalyptic world. She goes on these missions, and so she's going to build up muscle tone and just all-around resilience and everything. So I think that's what they're going for, and so, you know, I wish Bella the best of luck. She's got some working out to do, because I believe that they have started filming and they're getting ready to. But kind of moving on from that with the casting updates, now this is a big one. This is one that everyone was dying to find out. They had a few names up in the air of who possibly might take on this part, and it all came down to one actress. It is official that Caitlyn Dvor is going to play the part of Abby. And those of you not familiar, Abby is going to be one of the main, I guess you could say, villains of the second season, but she's in that kind of gray area regarding the villainous types of motivation that she's got. And so we got this woman, Caitlyn Dvor. I don't really know any of her work, what she's been doing in the past, but she's kind of the same kind of slim build as Bella. We can only assume that she's going to have to also bulk up a little bit, because Abby is she's a military type. She's in this military group, and when we see her with the past versus the present within the game, she does go from this kind of slim build, not really much muscle tone, and then we see her present day when she's on her mission. She's a very stocky built, you know, busty girl. She's got some muscle on her. Pretty freaking intimidating, actually. So to see this woman come in, we'll see what she does. Again, I don't really know anything about her work, so I think that's kind of what they were going for, people that weren't high profile to play these parts. Because up next we have the reveal of young Mazino, another guy I don't really know anything about. He's going to be playing the part of Jesse. Now Jesse, as we know, he has a certain role in the game. He is a friend of Ellie. He goes out on scouting missions and supply runs and different things with her for the community that is set up with Tommy and Joel. And so he's going to be playing, I'd say, quite an important part, considering the other things that he's going to be kind of involved in with other characters. And with other characters, I'm talking about the part of Dina, who's also being played by somewhat of an unknown, someone that's not really out there a lot. And it's her name's Isabel Merst. I'm probably butchering that last name. It's someone I don't recognize. I've never seen her in anything. So we have 3 major characters that have been cast for the second season. So we can only assume that they're going to be up and filming very quickly and really working on these episodes, probably with the same amount of attention to detail that they did for the first season. Because for the first season they revealed it took about a month per episode, and that's why it took so long to get it out. Then after that you have post-production and editing and just special effects they might add in there. So it's really exciting that this is actually happening. We're going to get this season, but for someone like me who has been a fan of Last of Us since day one, I bought the first game on a whim way back in 2013, bought a used PlayStation 3, really fell in love with that game to the point where I actually have a Last of Us tattoo. But playing that game over and over, waiting for that second game to come out, and then getting that second game, and this second game has a lot of criticism, but also a lot of praise. It's won tons of awards. It's sold millions of copies. But there's still that crowd out there that just is so adamant that it could have gone a different way. Now me, I'm more of a logical type thinker when it comes to this particular story, because when you really think about it, it could only go the way it did. And as unfortunate as it is, and I won't go into details just so I don't spoil anything for anybody, but it is unfortunate the way it went, but it was the only way that it could make sense. And so second season, as we know, is going to be cut into a couple different parts. It's going to be a rough ride. People that aren't ready for what's coming, it's going to be a lot to deal with. It's going to be emotional. It's going to be action-packed. It's just going to be another shitstorm, basically, as the first one, because the first season was so good, and Pedro Pascal brought a version of Joel I didn't know could be brought to life, along with the actor, I can't recall his name at the moment, that brought Tommy to life. They kind of went the opposite direction from these full-blown Southern Texas boys to what we have. It's just got me psyched beyond all belief, ready for the second season. I imagine, and I think this has been a lot of the reports, we won't get this until next year sometime, which is unfortunate, but I guess if they're going to do it, they need to do it right, just like they did the first season, so they're going to take their time on it. But anyways, that is the updates that I want to share with you guys. If more come, I guess I'll be making another video, because I'm not going to record this a fourth fucking time. But if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave your likes down below, leave your comments, and of course, subscribe to the channel. You know the drill. So until next time, guys, I will see you later. Take care. Bye.